Okay, hello teachers. Welcome back to another segment of Classroom Management by Design for the primary teacher. I am so excited you're here. I hope you like this little mini series that we are doing for you during this holiday season. If you are not in our membership, just to let you know, these are very general classroom management suggestions that we just kind of pay attention to social media and pick up trends from there. Inside the actual lesson plan toolbox community, you get direct one-on-one responses to your specific scenarios within 48 hours of sending it our way, okay? Just in case you were wondering, what is the membership about? We are going to be opening up the membership in January of 2025 to get teachers back in the swing of things as they head back to school after, of course, the holiday winter break. So, if you don't know me, if you're new here, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about your professional development, your career as a teacher, because in all honesty, the master teachers are the ones who truly understand that there is always something more to learn in regards to classroom management and becoming a better teacher. And that is what we do for you on the back end. We do all the behind the scenes stuff so you don't have to do the Google searching and taking that time out of the classroom. We do it all for you. I am Lauren Zwieg, and I am the founder of LessonPlanToolbox.com, where we help primary teachers master classroom management easily, consistently, and most importantly, effectively. That is what we are. That is who we serve, and we're so grateful you are here today. So you probably are clicking on this link because that headline piqued your interest, right? Who doesn't love learning how to get our dollars to stretch a little bit further? And this one came from my heart, actually. This whole month, these have just been so easy for me to write because I've been there, and I know how it feels when you're like, it is December, on top of buying stuff for my family and friends, I also want to produce things for my classroom, right? Have gifts for my students, what have you, to gift or not to gift. That was last week. So this week we're going to be talking about getting those teacher dollars to stretch during the holiday season. The holiday season can be one of the most magical and financially stressful times of the year for teachers especially. From classroom decorations to student gifts and just those fun festive activities, it's easy to overspend. However, with a few clever strategies and a focus on creative resourcefulness, you can celebrate the whole season without breaking the bank. This segment is going to explore some strategies to help you stretch your teacher dollars while keeping the holiday spirit alive in your classroom and beyond. So let's jump in. Let's get started. We're going to give you, I think there's like 6 suggestions I have for you. So we'll get started with number 1. First suggestion is reframe your spending mindset, right? Focus on impact over expense. What does this mean? So many teachers feel the pressure to spend on elaborate decorations, on extravagant gifts for their students, or just those costly activities to make the season special. However, small, meaningful gestures often have a greater impact than those high dollar investments, okay? So you are going to set a holiday budget and stick to it. You are going to start by determining how much money you can realistically spend on holiday classroom expenses. Then you are going to divide your budget into categories such as classroom decorations, student gifts, party supplies. This is going to give you the clarity to help you to prioritize and avoid impulse purchases, okay? I am going to suggest to you, you use the $20 per class rule. So you commit to spending no more than $20 for your entire class, relying on DIY projects, discounts, and just free resources to stay within your budget. The next thing you're going to do, you are going to embrace being a minimalist. So instead of filling your classroom with seasonal trinkets, focus on just one or two impactful decorations that set the tone, right? A winter-themed bulletin board or a small tabletop tree can provide that festive atmosphere without requiring multiple purchases. You can use student-created artwork like a paper snowflake or handprint wreaths as decorations. You don't have to buy anything. This is going to foster engagement with your students while saving you money. So it's a 2-for-1 strategy, okay? The next thing you want to do is this is step 2. Be resourceful in student gifts, okay? Giving gifts to students doesn't have to be expensive. Please don't break the bank buying them gifts. Odds are pretty good. They don't really need too much from you, okay? Thoughtful, creative ideas often hold more value to your learners than your store-bought items, okay? So if you can create coupons and personalize those coupons for your students, that's going to offer them much more fun experiences than just like an object, right? Than just like something that you're going to give them, okay? So you might include 10 minutes of extra recess, sit by a friend for a day, or be that line leader, okay? This works so well, and these are no-cost gifts, and it's meaningful to your students. It's unexpected by them, right? But they love these privileges, and it makes them feel special, so it really does work. The next thing, if you do buy gifts, buy in bulk. If you prefer those tangible gifts, look for items that you can purchase in bulk at a low cost, right? Mini notebooks, festive pencils, small erasers. Those can be bundled into a cute little gift package. Ta-da, here you go, kiddo, okay? Check restaurant supply stores for discounted bulk toys or office supplies clearance sections for just those inexpensive but very practical items like your crayons or your markers, okay? The next thing are personalized touches. Just adding a personalized touch can elevate the simplest gifts. Handwrite a short note for each student in your classroom, telling them something that you appreciate about them. They will keep that note all year, I promise you. You put that note with a small little treat or a craft, they will love it. Okay, the next thing you want to do for your classroom is have some holiday activities that cost little to nothing, okay? Keeping your students engaged during the holiday season, it does not require expensive materials. Many free or low-cost activities can bring the holiday spirit into your classroom, okay? Here's an idea. Holiday around the world. You can use this as a unit in social studies or literature, wherever you choose, to introduce students to holiday traditions from different cultures. There are so many free online resources to get your stories and your crafts and your recipes from around the world. And then you can host a passport party where students create a simple paper booklet and they receive stamps for each country's tradition that they're learning about. So simple, so easy, and it really can be done for free. Or if you want to take a shortcut, go on Teachers Pay Teachers. There's plenty of resources out there. The next thing you can do, classroom craft stations, right? Set up holiday craft stations using materials you already have in your classroom, or you can find things super inexpensive at the Dollar Tree, right? These ideas might include paper ornaments, popsicle stick snowman, or again, creating construction paper greeting cards, okay? Request donations of leftover wrapping paper, ribbons, or fabric pieces from your parents that you could use in those craft stations just to make it a little more fun for your students, okay? The next thing you can do to kind of boost that engagement are festive games and challenges, okay? So you can plan interactive games like a holiday scavenger hunt or pin the star on the tree or a gingerbread house design contest using hand-drawn templates instead of edible materials. So simple, so fun, your students will love it. Okay, the fourth tip we are going to give you to get those dollars to stretch are decorating on a dime for your classroom, okay? Holiday decorating doesn't have to strain your wallet. With just a little creativity, you can transform your classroom into this festive space on a tight budget. First thing you could do, shop post-holiday clearance sales. Purchase decorations for next year during those few days after the holidays when those items are heavily discounted. Then you're going to store them in a labeled bin for next season. The next thing you want to do is DIY classroom decor. Get your students involved in creating decorations. Let them make simple crafts like paper chains or glittery stars and snow-covered windows using like the white paint or soap flakes just to add that festive charm to your classroom, okay? Have your students create a collaborative mural featuring their favorite winter scenes. Then it can stay up all winter long. When you come back from holiday, you're still good to go. You don't have to worry about taking down the December holidays because you decorated in a winter theme, which is wonderful. The next tip I'm going to give you is repurpose what you already have. Use what you already have in creative ways. Old cardboard boxes can become holiday gift props, and cotton balls can double as snow for different displays your students might do, okay? Fifth tip, and this one was hard until I got to be year 7 in teaching, and then this became so easy. I was like the queen of doing this. Get your community involved. Tap into your local resources and your school community to help you stretch your holiday budget, right? Ask for donations from parents and local businesses. They are usually so happy to contribute when you ask them, though. Don't be shy. This is what we're working on. If you can contribute something, it would be great. Request items like craft supplies or gently used decorations or snacks for parties even, okay? You can use platforms like Donor Choose or local Facebook groups to request classroom support for specific holiday projects. As long as people know where their money is going, they're usually really happy to contribute to schools, to students, okay? The next way to kind of help your budget is collaborate with other teachers on your team, okay? Coordinate with your colleagues to pull your resources for decorations, for activities, or for whatever projects you're doing. A combined effort is obviously going to result in greater variety without additional shopping on your end. You could host a holiday door decorating contest across classrooms with those shared materials and then focus on creativity over cost. That simple. Okay, and then the 6th tip I am going to give you is such an important one: self-care for the holiday. Finally, you need to remember to prioritize your own well-being, even during the holiday season. This can be one of the most overwhelming parts of the school year. And focusing on your self-care ensures that you have the energy to enjoy the special time with your students and your family, okay? Set those boundaries for spending. Give yourself permission to say no to unnecessary expenses. It is okay. If your team wants to do something and you just don't have it in the budget, you might just say, you know what, I think this is a great idea. It's not in my budget right now. Hard to say I know, but it's honest, and they're going to respect you for it. You have to kind of remind yourself that your presence and your enthusiasm are far more valuable to your students than the material items themselves, okay? The next thing you want to do is simplify where possible. Streamline your to-do list by focusing on what truly matters. Let go of the perfectionism, the Pinterest classrooms, if you will, and just embrace the simplicity of your classroom and your personal holiday planning. Celebrate smart, spend wisely. Making your teacher dollars stretch during the holiday season is about focusing on creativity, resourcefulness, and just meaningful interactions with your students. If you can prioritize impact over expense and involve your students and community, you're going to also allow yourself to set those boundaries for yourself. You can then celebrate this season in style without overspending. It's the connections you foster and the memories you create that make the holiday season truly magical. And if you have been around for any length of time with me, you know my favorite month to teach is the month of December because there's always something exciting going on. Little tip here that I just kind of popped into my head that I do want to share with you. So many teachers get caught up in the elf whatever in the classroom and they got to move the elf every day. I never did it. I never did it. One, because some students believe in it, some students don't believe it, especially in the primary level. A lot of it just depends on the home where the child came from. I never wanted to deal with, oh, so-and-so touched the elf and, blah, blah, blah. I never wanted to deal with it. Why would I bring that kind of chaos into my classroom? What I did do was we would have a little pre-lit tree. And I don't know if you can do this in every classroom, but we were allowed to have little pre-lit trees. And then I had I had one book for every student in my classroom. So if I had 20 kids, there were 20 books under the tree. And I made sure to designate time between when we came back after Thanksgiving to when we left for winter break, where every student got to pick a book out from under the tree. Could you get them to be holiday-themed books? Absolutely. Do they have to be? No. What you're going to do is once you pick out those books, you're going to wrap them. It doesn't even matter if it is the same wrapping paper. And then every day, again, you have to do the math and figure out there might be 2 books a day. Break up your time as you see fit. This isn't even recording. Is it recording? But at any rate, oh, it is, okay. But at any rate, so then you would just pull a popsicle stick, say the name, say the number, and that kiddo comes up, they read the book to their class. If it's too hard for them, you read the book to their class. Such a fun experience. My students loved it. Cost me nothing. Those books came from my classroom library. Once they were all unwrapped, we kind of showcased them on the little chalk tray in the classroom. I put them right back into our bookshelves for next year, for the next group. So cost me absolutely nothing. The tree, I think my mom had an extra one and I just kind of plugged it in. So that is how simple it can be to stretch those holiday dollars. Ask for donations. You're going to see in a couple of weeks Happy New Year. For our Happy New Year party, we had a local tavern that did New Year's Eve celebrations, and he always would overbuy his party horns and his little, beads and all that, those kinds of things that come in the Happy New Year packages. And every year he'd just be like, here you go, Lauren. I kind of think he started just buying an extra box for my class, but whatever, I didn't buy it and it worked, so the kids loved it. So just be willing to ask. It's always no until you ask. Just remember that. So, okay, again, I am so excited for this series. I can't wait to share with you what's coming up. Plus, inside our membership, we're getting into some really good student behavior inside the membership too. So, keep the feedback coming. Share this with teacher friends. I know I'm a little all over the place, but hopefully you're picking up my energy. It is that time of the year, time to bring that fun energy and just let your kids be kids this year, but still maintain the order of your classroom, okay? Still maintain those expectations. Let them know that, yes, they can have fun, but we still have to get our work done too, okay? Okay, until next week, I am Lauren Zabigan, the founder of LessonPlanToolbox.com. Happy to be here supporting you primary teachers all throughout the year in your classroom management by design. Until next week, we'll talk to you soon.